One more minute. Let's get some music going. We got one more minute. I think it's time for I Believe. Come on in, grab your seats, make some new friends. Y'all, I don't bite. Come sit up front. I don't bite. Hey. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody come grab your seats. Good morning, happy Wednesday. How are we doing? Friends, I love you. I see you standing. Grab a seat. Find that friend you're talking to. Grab a seat. Hi friend, will you grab a seat? We're going to get started. Okay, so come on in, grab a seat, make some new friends. We're going to get started. Now, we've got some new fun faces that have come and joined the family today. We're going to get a minute to meet you and welcome you in properly. But before we do that, one of the first things that we go over every team meeting is what? What is this in front of you? Our Y4C2Ts. And who can tell me what our Y4C2Ts are? What we live by. Shannon, thank you. Yes. Y'all, this helps us understand how we carry ourselves, not only in a transaction, but in our lives, with our communities, with our families. And so I want to give a shout out. I'm actually going to take this week's Y4C2Ts. Would that be okay? Do y'all mind if I share one with you? So I hope you know I am always transparent with you, always. And I have been just on a health journey, y'all. It's been tough. And I know I shared that with you last week, but I will tell you, being in the room with everyone, y'all, this is what is giving me energy, so thank you. But I really, I can't say it enough. I really want to express my gratitude for our leadership team, because y'all, they are showing up. Yeah, please, and lift them up, all of that. Y'all, they have done, at any moment's notice, Cara, hey, how can we help? What can we do? And they jump in, and they're doing things that for y'all without me even having to ask. And I really appreciate it. So I just want to give a huge shout out to our leadership team. And thank you so much for supporting me through this fun journey that I'm going through and figuring out all of my fun health things. So that's the moment that I'm going to take, because y'all, they work so hard for you, so tirelessly every day. Show them some love. Give that extra thank you. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Is that something that we think we could do? Oh, yeah. Awesome. I love that. There was good energy around that one. I like that one. All right. Anybody else that wants to contribute to our Y4C2Ts before we head on?
You're awesome.
Aw, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate you. I love team meeting day. This is so fun. Brooke, can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
So if you will do, you're going to get a mic, and I'm going to ask you to stand up.
Okay.
So what I realized, Brooke, is that our friends in this room might not know you. And I think it's really important, because you help our entire Rawls group every day, every week, and you do it so quietly in the background. And I think that's one of the unsung heroes, right? I want people to know exactly who you are. So would you introduce yourself and just tell our friends what you do with the Rawls group, please?
I'm Brooke. Hi. I'm the growth and marketing coordinator for the Rawls group. So I work with Michael and Jean upstairs. Pretty much anything pertaining to growing our market centers, helping you guys, marketing for the market centers, whatever Cara needs, anything like that. We are very much in the service business, like just serving you guys. That's our heart. We want to make you guys feel like you're supported, and that's our main goal every day, is to wake up and serve you. So.
Love that. Thank you so much. I know I totally put her on the spot there. Y'all, what I will tell you is Brooke is amazing, and she's popping into different team meetings and checking out what the market centers are doing and figuring how we level up. And some great news. Brooke's been with us a couple times now. Brooke, how's our team meeting?
Amazing.
Y'all, it's the best. It's just the best. We can say it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump in now. For those of you that this is your first team meeting or you've just joined the family, do me a favor, raise your hand. Let's see who you are. There you go. Do me a favor, Sai, will you pop up? Just tell everybody who you are, how long you've been in the business, how you came to be here at First Atlanta.
Hey everybody, I'm Sai Wigington. Real name is Sarita, but I go by Sai. It's easier. I call myself Sai of Relief Realty. People remember that.
Oh, I love that. Sigh of relief.
Yes,
I'm here for it.
It's already patented. I own it. Yes. I've been in real estate 4 years. I actually came from corporate America. Been, believe it or not, and I swear I'm not lying, been selling since I was 4 years old. Years ago, people told me at 18, oh, you need to be a realtor. I'm like, why? There's like 100,000. Why? Like, what makes me different? So went to corporate America, top sales performer, #1 in a few states, fintech as well as finance, telecom. People are just calling me that.
They just need that sigh of relief. I mean, what can you do?
So when the Fed dropped the rates, I said, it's time for me to get into real estate. So I was a landlord previously. I did a little bit of my first job out of college, subsidized property. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. But came back to real estate, love it. I don't know what life was before real estate.
Amen.
And I do like everything. I mean, commercial, property management, residential. I love off-market deals. Love it. So if anybody has any off-market stuff, we love it. I'm Sai. I'm out.
Yeah. Welcome to the family. Hey, if you're a cheerleader, I need you to put that pom-pom up in the air because we're going to welcome Sai to the family. Oh, y'all, my cup like runneth over. That was so great. Okay, so let's jump straight in. Tell me something good. What is something good that has happened to you in the last week, or whether it's in your personal life or your business life? Because I can tell you one of mine is the fact that Sai has come and joined the family here. So who else? Give me some good news. What's going on in your world? Yes, Sai.
So, I have a bunch of customers here. And I told you, I actually like commercial, residential, multifamily. So right now, I'm working on a $6.4 million deal, apartment deal. So
Yes.
but 6.4 isn't enough for me. So I'm trying to flip that deal into them doing the cash out refinance so we can put some money on the $4.275 million deal. So that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah. Amen. And we got something from Angie right there. By the way, Angie Sai, I don't know if you know this yet, but Angie is a co-director of our commercial division.
Have you joined KW Commercial?
There we go.
Well, we need to talk.
Yeah. I love that. Congratulations. Okay, what else? Give me good news. Personal, professional, we're here to share it as a family. What you got? Yes, Deanna.
I'm under contract with 2 houses.
Okay, hold on. We're going to have to say that one more time for our Zoom folks.
Oh, just that I'm under contract with 2 different houses, so I'm excited for that.
Yes. I love that so much. Buyer, seller.
Listing and on the buyer side.
Oh, I love that. Y'all, don't you love listings? And then you get more buyers, and you get more listings. That's amazing. Great job. Anybody else? Good news that you want to share? Personal life, professional life? Yes, Cheryl.
I'll do one of both. I'm under contract finally with this buyer. When I tell you I have a stack of, we've seen about 30 houses.
Oh, Lord.
I pray we get to the end with this house.
You will.
And,
We're going to
and
manifest
I'm in
it.
Gwinnett County. The house is in the cab, and he could only go after work. It's been a nightmare. But anyway, we're there. Personal, my daughter, I don't know how many of y'all were here before, but she got her doctorates, moved to Houston, and she texted us about 6:15 this morning. Her paper got published, so she's so excited.
That is awesome. Cheryl, that's a big deal. Please tell her that we are literally all cheering for her and wrapping our arms around her. Thank you for sharing that. Y'all, I love this. Here's the thing. Remember, we work really hard, right? But the reality is we have both a professional life and a personal life. And what's happening in your personal life is just as important. Sometimes, y'all, it's more important. And so we want you to know that what's happening with your personal life, it matters. And we appreciate you sharing. All right, let's keep going. So one of my favorite games, for those of you who have not joined us for team meeting or not experienced this side, this will be a first for you. We call it the match game. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you to put those hands really high, okay, because we are going to put out there listings that we have either coming up and just listed. If you've got something quiet, anything like that, we're going to focus on the listing side, and then we're going to pivot over to the buyer side. So if you've got a buyer need, whether it has gone out to the universe or not, if you're looking for the unicorn or just anything, I want you to bring it because we're going to do our best to make a match here. And once we're done with that, I'm going to tee you up, Delicia, because I'm coming to you because I'd like you to share your story of what's just happened and the reason why we make a match here in the room, okay? When you talk about a listing, couple things. I want you to go over the address first, bed, bath, square feet, a single feature, okay, and price. You with me? So address, bed, bath, square feet, single feature, and price. Hands up high. Who's got a listing that they want to share? We're going to go to Joss first, and then Stephanie, and then we're going to come over to Cy.
How are you, girls? Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I got 2 listings. It's the address is 2503 Gingerleaf Drive. This is located in Conyers, Georgia. It's a beautiful brick front home, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Approximately, it's over 3,000 square foot. This goes live on September the 26th, and the price point for this beautiful home is going to be at $460,000. The second one I have is a new construction ranch home in Griffin. It's 112 Indian Creek Trail, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's on a level lot with over 2 acres of usable land, and this one goes live on October the 3rd. Price point at $390.
Y'all, did she understand the assignment or what? That was amazing. Great job. So if you've got a buyer, hi, you've got a land opportunity. Did I hear that right? Or had massive land opportunity in Griffin, Georgia. And then again, so be thinking about who you've got in your pipeline, who you've got in your book, because you might have just found the properties that they need. I love that. Stephanie, and then we're going to come to you, Cy.
Okay, 2588 Harrington Drive, Decatur. Super cool Medlock Park. It is 1,800 and change square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, has a basement. We are currently having the floors refinished and the entire inside painted and new light fixtures added, and it's going to be $550.
Awesome. Okay, any
Super
questions
cool.
on that? We say the address one more time.
2588 Harrington Drive, Medlock Park, inside the perimeter, inside ITP.
Love that. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, now we're going to come to Cy. If you've got a listing, put that hand up so our mic runners know where to go. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have like a disclaimer for this list.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go.
Because I came from EXP, and we're having some issues with them transferring my listing. But we're working, we're going to work this out, because if you have investors, we will take it off market, okay, before we put it back on. We'll have a few days that's going to be off market before it goes back on.
Side note, I did call her again.
Yeah, so that was my
Okay, go ahead.
disclaimer. So this house, 232 Old Fig Lane in Fairburn. House, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 square feet, ranch, 4,208 square feet. So it's a huge ranch. It doesn't look like it's big, but it's actually pretty big. My client is ready to move. She just closed on her house yesterday. So look, we're throwing everything at you. We have $15,000 down payment assistance, preferred lender. Whatever color your client wants to paint it, she's paying for it. We're also giving 3% commission.
Compensation.
$1,500. Okay.
Yes.
Compensation. Yes. $1,500 agent bonus if we have a contract this month.
Y'all, does this sound like a motivated seller to you?
It
I
does,
would be
but
on the
yeah.
phones. And we're going to hear a little bit more about this listing in just a bit here.
And then we're also throwing $5,000 of closing costs. So, yeah. Holler at me.
Hi,
Okay.
1-800 go find a buyer. Thank you
Yes,
very
right.
much. Okay, I appreciate that. We're going to give that one to Steven. Any other listings that we need to hear about? Michael Crouch, Sherion, we're going to come to you afterwards.
We have 2. One is 2490 Scarlet Maple Alley. It is a townhome in Doraville. It's actually in a really great location, really great proximity to a lot of the major thoroughfares. So if you have people that need that, that's awesome. It's 4 bed, 3.5 bath. It's $525, which is priced underneath everything else in that neighborhood. And then we have another one that is 1324 Mercer Ave. It is 4 minutes from both Delta and it's walking distance to Woodward Academy. So if there's anybody that wants to be in that Woodward Academy school system or school, let me know. That's priced at $399.9, and that's 3 bed, 2 bath.
Love that. Thank you. If you've got questions about that, please find Michael Crute. Sherian, you're up next.
Hi, good morning. I'm Sherian. 1062 Kirkland Circle in Smyrna, 30080. It went active last week Thursday. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3 levels, single family home in the Belmont Enclave, Village of Belmont community. Low HOA, 195, and you can actually turn it into a rental. They're not at the cap just yet.
Oh, I love that. $395, y'all. I don't know where you're gonna find that price right now.
And then
in Smyrna.
195.
195.
Did I say 395?
No, that
Oh,
was my
okay.
brain.
Yeah, and then 1793 square feet.
Okay, so address and price one more time, because as soon as you said you could turn it into a rental, then they started listening.
1062 Kirkland Circle, Smyrna, 30080.
And price.
And it's $539.
Awesome. Y'all, hi, this is a phenomenal opportunity. You should be reaching out to Sherian.
$539.
$539. And y'all help her please sell this listing so that she can go purchase a lovely home for herself. That would be great.
This is actually my primary home that we're selling. And we're offering 3% compensation.
I love that. Okay. Any other listings? Otherwise, we're going to pivot to buyers. So Cheryl will come to you for a listing, and then we're going to pivot over to buyers. Get those hands ready.
You scared me.
Madeline is on it, y'all.
I forgot she was there. So this is actually a listing I've had for just a minute. Up in Beaufort, Georgia. 6 bedrooms, 5 baths. I had my broker open there yesterday. 5,700 square feet. I'll give you a feature. The basement is an in-law suite.
Great.
Saltwater goodnight pool. So that's 2.
Everybody started
Can I say
listening.
more?
Everyone started listening
Cul-de-sac
at pool.
corner lot. But the owner for a minute was in the hospital, so we weren't doing showings. So
Got it.
that's
So
still
now it's
something,
available
so,
for showings.
yeah.
Okay. Address and price one more time.
3956 Thompson Lake Drive, Beaufort.
Perfect.
It is Seconder High School, not Mill Creek. The records will tell you Mill Creek, but it got rezoned.
Okay,
So
great.
it's
And the price
Seconder.
point was
$874.9.
$874.9. Okay,
Yeah.
y'all, amazing. Please do me a favor. You have a whole bunch of people to call today as a result of these listings.
I have a coming soon, 1135 Havenstone.
Okay.
I gave them what I thought the price should be, but they want to get an appraisal, so I have no problem with it.
Okay.
So they're going to get an appraisal done. They're doing some things right now, but that should be coming by the end of the month. That is a 6-bedroom, 5-bath. What else? The basement of that one, actually, theater. You said one thing.
I heard ooh.
Yeah, I heard a ooh too. Fenced yard. I'm trying to think of something else. But you
Okay,
said
so
one thing.
give me address really quick and price.
1135
Mhm.
Havenstone Walk. 1135 Havenstone Walk.
And what part of the city is that in?
And that is Lawrenceville, 30045.
Love that. And the
Mhm.
price was
Well, I gave them a price.
TBD.
Yeah.
TBD
But
pending
they want to
appraisal.
go ahead and get a appraisal.
Okay, perfect. So we'll be excited to hear about that once you get that appraisal in and you figure out what your price is or your range.
Mine was 635. We'll see what they come up with.
Okay. Everyone's going to be on pins and needles now. We're going to wait to hear it. I love it. Okay, buyer needs, hands up in the air. Cheryl, we're going to kick it off with you. Hands up for buyer needs. Otherwise, we're going to call it after Cheryl. Go ahead.
All right, this one I said to y'all before. The ADU house, lady coming from California. The main thing is price point, 450 to 600. ADU prefers in the perimeter, outside maybe if it's worth it to her. It can also be an in-law suite. So I explained what that was for her. So it can be an in-law suite as well.
Okay, love that. Again, be thinking if you've got something in the pipeline ready to go, again, you have a potential buyer already.
Another buyer. Another buyer.
Oh, yes, please. Dude, y'all, Cheryl is on fire today. I'm over here like, okay, let's go to the next. She's like, Cara, I am the next, okay? Yeah, you're getting a cheer from Bridget over there.
I
Keep going.
got people that want to buy a lot. They're looking for low 100s.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to ask Vanessa to listen up because one of her PC agents has a lot right now at land. Go ahead.
It can be pretty much anywhere, but that they want to stay in the low 100s, 104, 105. They're always looking for that. The other is max 1 million. They're looking for a replacement of their house up in Snellville. So it can be on a basement. It can be not on a basement. It just needs to wow her when she walks in.
Wow home up to $1 million.
And close to maybe 10 miles from 14th Street. That radius.
Y'all, if you have not taken Cheryl White out for coffee or lunch, hi, it's time to do that. Let's figure out what she's doing, okay, friends? Love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Any other buyers before we move on? Going once, going twice. Okay, you're going to wait for next week? All right, let's continue on. So every single week we take a look at the market, right? When we come to the end of the month, we're going to look at a larger span of time, but we're looking at last week versus this week. What are you seeing? What story is this telling you? All I heard was inventory. What about inventory? It's going up, okay? And we know over time that we see these small jumps, right? So are we going to panic that we went from 4.39 to 4.6? No. Could we be back at 4.45 next week? Yes. But what we do want to do is be mindful of what's happening, right? Are you feeling this in your market? Are you feeling this hyper locally? I'm getting a whole lot of these going on. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what are you feeling? What are you seeing? Sai.
Price reductions galore.
Mm-hmm.
Price reductions galore. I'm seeing Open Door and OfferPad competing with me personally, trying to drive my price down. So that's why I'm like, okay, we can do this off market, you know. So I'm having to get even more creative. I'm sure everybody else is too, but yeah, we're seeing buyers. Where are you? I mean, today might change things because today the interest rate is supposed to be dropping.
100%. We're gonna be excited to hear from our lender here about that in just a little bit.
Definitely. So I'm waiting.
Okay.
When is that meeting over? Okay, where are we? All right.
Let's get the notes. Okay, so y'all, I want you to be cognizant of this, right? There's nothing here that's going to necessarily change a buyer or seller's perspective today about this. But again, you being the educator, you being able to tell them we've gone from this to that in just a week, and then looking at next week once we get the information about interest rates, that's important. Yeah? Okay, great. Let's keep going. So we've talked about this. You got a flyer in front of you. Next week, our amazing coach, Marcus Heflin, is going to join us on Zoom, and he's going to talk to us about the new Bold. Because, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I have taken Bold officially 10 times, and this is a completely different Bold. So I have no idea what the material is, but Marcus is going to come and tell us about it. This is literally Gary Keller, Jason Abrams, Jay Papasan, Cody Gibson, sitting in a room for the last, I want to say now, almost 8 weeks writing this program for you. I am going to be in the room for Bold, and I hope you will join me, because I do absolutely think it's going to be life-changing. So we're going to hear more about it next week, but if you want to sign up for First Step, you've got the information in front of you. You can also catch the QR code here. And then it's time. Let's talk about our Hail Mary Blitz Tournament of Champions. Let's pop up. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so raise your hand if you have done something to earn yourself points. Hello, all of you have come to team meeting. You have earned points. Okay, now do me a favor. Raise your hand if you have entered your points. No. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here, folks. Okay? Take just a moment of your time. Enter your points in. Seriously, all you have to do is go to the QR code. Because here's the thing. We have phenomenal prices. We got Falcons tickets, Braves tickets. We got an iPad that you can take for your open houses and for your listing presentations. Y'all, all you got to do is log points. Do we think we can do that? Okay, I don't buy it. Do we think we can do that? Yeah. Okay, good. Again, make sure, because here's the thing. You might not want Falcons tickets, but maybe your clients would love a raffle. And maybe they'd love to give you referrals to earn a ticket to the raffle. Thank you so much, okay? So, plus, I mean, didn't Falcons just, win or something? You know. Yeah, they did. Okay, not a whole lot of Falcons fans in the room. Just kidding. All I have to do is either say what? Dogs, Roll Tide, War Eagle? Braves? Oh, Braves. Okay, got it. That's in there too. Okay, so put your points in there, because right now I want you to see who's in the lead. So Laura is in the lead, and then following up we have Deanna and Cheryl. Y'all amazing. Make sure you log your points from today. Bernadette, and Sai, who has just joined the family, and y'all, she is crushing you. Okay? Crushing it. I love that. So shout out, Sharon. I know this listing is going to bring you so many more points. I could just feel it. Okay. So are we all on board? Yes? Yes. Okay. We are coming to a close, y'all. This only goes through the end of September. Do not wait until October 1st to log your points, because it is too late. All right? Do it today. All right. Moving on. Now, here's the thing. We know this, and we talk about it every week, but it really does matter. Who you are in business with matters. Do I have anyone from Supreme Lending here in the room? Because now is your chance to come on up and speak.
They're at their main like it's their mega camp for Supreme.
Oh, they're
this
at their
week. Yeah,
convention.
so they're out this week.
Okay, so
yeah.
then I will give. Stacy said, "How rude." So, I mean, gosh, shame on you for learning something. Gosh darn it. Okay. We will hear from them. Y'all are familiar. We get videos from them. We get information. We've got training from them. So we will hear what's happening with the Fed, with everything going on with interest rates. I do believe that Luke Hale is going to be bringing back the meeting minutes and breaking it down for us next week. So just be on the lookout in Mission Control for that. Y'all, I'm just going to say this, okay? You can either start with Supreme and close the deal, or you can wait over here for the deal to fall apart and then go running to Supreme and ask them to rescue it for you. What do we think is the best thing to do? Start with them. Okay. Yay, team. All right. Now, our incredible closing attorney. Let's bring down Davika and Abigail from McMichael and Gray. They've got some good information for you. We're going to give them a mic. Thank you so much. And y'all, if you have just come in and joined us, please come on in, grab a seat. We don't want to keep you standing at the door.
Hello, good morning. How is everybody? Awesome, awesome. I'm Tafika. This is Abigail, and we are with McMichael and Gray. We have a couple of fun things going on right now, so I'm going to let Abigail talk about that.
Yeah, on everybody's table, no, not bold, Deanna, but the happy hour.
I think that's all you needed to say was happy hour. Because I heard something somewhere over here, and they were like, happy hour. I am in.
There you go. There you go. We would love for y'all to join us tomorrow if you are available at Ariel Taco. I said it right this time.
You're doing better.
It's
Look
a great
at
place.
you.
I do love it. Yeah. And the QR code's on here. If you want to scan, let us know you're going to be there. The address, even more important, is on there. So just come and join us tomorrow from 4 to 6.
Yeah. It should be a good time.
Yeah.
There will be margaritas and tacos, so what else do you need?
She won't have any, though.
Obviously, somebody has to drink my margarita, so free tickets for whoever's there.
I think we have some volunteers.
Awesome. So we wanted to talk today about some special stipulations, just really fast. I've been getting a lot of questions about writing special stipulations, how to word them. So we're going to do a quick little overview. What is a special stipulation? It is a specific instruction written into a contract. It's going to be unique for every contract, buyers, sellers, all the parties that are involved, and it's going to be in addition to your standard contract. If it is in conflict with anything else, any preceding exhibit, addendum, or paragraph, it does overrule that. All right, so the next one, what are special stipulations? Just a quick little nutshell. There's 4 main parts: the who, what, when, and the result.
Y'all, I want you to actually write that down, because I promise you right now, and I say this with love and respect as your team leader, you are writing ambiguous stipulations in your contracts. Okay, so every one of these pieces needs to be in your contracts. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So the who is going to be buyer, seller, agents, whoever is involved with it, who's going to be, paying for things, all of those. You want to be as specific as possible. And then the what, the action that needs to occur. So what is it that they're asking for? What is it needs to be corrected? What needs to be paid for? All of that good stuff. When, timeline, very important. Be super specific about the timeline. When is the completion going to be? Is it going to be after closing? How many days before closing? Things like that. And then the result, what needs to be done in order to meet the terms of the completion. Once again, super specific. Don't leave it vague. If you have questions about that, we're always here to go over it with you and help you. Next slide, please.
Oh, can I?
Oh, yes.
Can I jump in that? And I know you're going to go through it here, but I want to give you some language to start with really quickly. Write this down if you don't know it. Because she's going to talk about this, but when you go into your who and you're like, I don't know how to start, we're not going to write everyone says that we're doing this.
No.
Okay? It is all parties or X party, whoever it is, all parties acknowledge and agree that buyer shall, seller shall, buyer and seller shall, right? And make it super specific. So I just want to give them that language so that when you go into the details, they're thinking about what the stip should sound like. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the devil's in the details. It needs to be clear and specific so there's no confusion as to who's paying for what needs to be done. So dates, amounts, actions required to be the party, timeline. And then the what of what is being negotiated once again. And then the what kit includes several points of information. So, for example, if it's like a home warranty, who's paying for the home warranty? Which side is paying for it? How much are they willing to pay up to? Because sometimes it might be more than that. So you want to make sure you have that in there. If it's about a termite bond, is it just a retreat? Is it a repair? Things like that all matter. And then once again, is it being paid at closing? Is it being paid before? Are there going to be invoices provided, and when? Michael, you know I'm looking at you. And then, and then and then the result or consequence of if it's not done and completed prior to closing or whenever the agreed upon time is. And then this last, real fast, what to avoid. Never say to the satisfaction of. Super ambiguous. There is no way to gauge satisfaction in legal terms. And it can just lead to ongoing conflicts. And then don't use phrases such as TBD, actual cost, negotiable. Once again, that can lead to lots of room for interpretation, miscommunication, so you don't want to use any of those. And then never request an action, because a request can be ignored. Use the precise language, such as, the swing set is going to remain in the backyard, not buyer's request the swing set to remain. So, very quick overview. And then just the next slide is all of our contact details. So while you're writing special steps, if you have questions, please reach out to us. We are happy to help. And hopefully we'll see you all guys tomorrow. Yes, Michael? What did I do?
Back to where you were talking about invoices. Another thing, hard lessons learned, but just lessons learned.
Lesson learned, tuition paid.
You know, so learn from my pain. If you can, and you should, just always write in your steps that photos, videos, evidence that the repair has been completed gets sent to you as the buyer's agent however many days prior to closing, just so you have something to fall back on that shows that they did what they were supposed to do, or they communicated that the work was done, anything in that general vicinity. It'll make your life so much easier if something happens on the other side. So.
That sounds like an expensive tuition. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, y'all. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. The other piece I'm going to add to that is when you are not requesting money and you're requesting work to be done, please make sure that you're requesting someone who is certified, someone who is licensed, insured, certified, bonded, whatever they need to be in order to get that work done. And on that note, and forgive me because I don't think we have this in here, but y'all, how was lunch today? Yeah, Drew, do me a favor, come on down. Because we have had a phenomenal lunch sponsor today. Y'all should know that Drew literally cooks the food all by himself. This is his homemade with love food. So we're gonna give this to you.
I got 4 kids. I'm used
So our folks on Zoom can't hear you otherwise. Thank you.
Okay. So for those of y'all who have not met me before, my name is Drew Illis. I'm owner of House Call Home Inspection. I'll try and make this short and sweet as possible. We cover the entire state. I have $1 million coverage policy. We do every test known to man. We are basically a one-stop shop for y'all. We've even added debris removal just for our listing agents, because I can't seem to get y'all to do any pre-listing inspections. You wish you would. But, so in addition to covering the entire state, we do all sewer scopes, radons, everything's all in-house. So you don't have to worry about calling anybody else. We just opened an office in Columbus, and we're opening an office this weekend in Savannah. So we're expanding throughout the state. Although I already covered it anyway, and it's just a little easier to go to my offices there now. So some other really neat things that we offer are we've added a third-party warranty to our inspection. I cover my inspection regardless. Those of you who used me before know that I cover my clients. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a weird light bulb missing there, like you missed it on the report. We're going to replace the light bulb. Okay, so we always cover our client. We want to make sure that we don't scare your clients. We walk them through. They're going to show up to the inspection. We're going to walk them through the inspection and make sure they're very happy. Okay, we don't want them coming in with a smile and going out with a frown. We want them coming in with a smile and going out with a smile. Okay, we're kind of the McDonald's of inspection. We want to make sure all my guys are all trained the same. We all do the same exact thing. You don't have to worry about us ruining one of your deals. Okay, I'm all about business. We want to get you all to the closing table. Okay, and I'm good with somebody's on the ledge. Let me know about it. I can get them off that ledge. I'm pretty good at that. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time. Another neat feature we have now is a price repair quote, meaning that if you want it, it's $79. It's well worth it. It does a price report on every single item in our report. Whether it's a cracked driveway, it's an electrical outlet, it's a roof issue, it's rodents in the attic, whatever it is, they're going to give you a price on it. Now, be forewarned, when you order that, it's going to be a big bill because they're going to repair a crack in the driveway. We don't care about that. So you have to break that down as an agent and say, okay, we want to do A, B, and C, not D, E, F, and G, H, I, and J, all the way through the alphabet. Okay, so just be careful with that. But it is great for you to use as a tool to take all of your things that your client doesn't want on your minutes to address concerns, and it gives you a price, and it gives you a picture, and it gives you an amount. Exactly. So it's very easy. Another fun thing we do every year, if you do an inspection with us, you get put into a list we do a realtor cruise every single year. We're doing it this October right now. It's in about 2 weeks. So every time you do an inspection with it, your name gets thrown into a pot. You get a free cabin on that cruise. It's all realtors. We take over almost the whole boat.
Okay, I think everyone, next time we lead with that one, because all of a sudden I just saw the faces go, what? Wait, what? I heard about a cruise, and I heard about realtors, and I heard a free cabin.
Now, also, my top agent of the month also gets to use my slingshot. Anybody know what a slingshot is? Little two-wheel, crazy-looking thing. You got to be able to drive standard, but you get that for the weekend if you're my top agent. Okay. So a lot of fun things we do that try and give you guys some incentive. Also, come and grab some. Everybody have a card with them today? We're gonna
Who's got a card? Who's got a card? Let's take it out quick. Who's got a
$50
card?
giveaway today. A little gift card for everybody. I haven't done one of these in a while. So I'm going to do a little giveaway today with a $50 gift card. There we go.
I love it. Okay. I need all hands on deck, staff. Let's grab cards. We got just 30 seconds here. Let's grab cards. Ooh, how cute is this card? Y'all, and she loves referrals. How cute is that? Who's got a card? Hands up, hands up. We got one right here. Okay, we got some over there. Y'all take a photo. This is Drew's card, and this is the card that you need, okay? We're going to do...
We do.
Love that. Okay, let's go ahead and get the cards up here because we are going to pull out a name.
Last one. Austin, bring them up.
Come on down. Pom-poms, let's go. Yes, let's get a winner. Oh, I get to... Oh, okay. Let's figure it out. Okay. I am going to mix them up, and I'm not going to see it, and I'm just going to pick one out, and so hopefully your card is in here, and I'm making a total mess. Stephanie DeJarnay, you are the lucky winner. Love that. Awesome. Now my coaches, come on up. Y'all, that is so exciting. Okay, so the last segment of... Oh, okay. Shh. We got a quick testimonial for Drew. Hello, Trey Cooper.
Hey, I
Coaches,
just
come on
wanted to
down.
give credit to Drew for helping me close last week. And Drew's been my home inspector for 10 years, but we closed a really awesome deal with a difficult client last week. And whenever I have someone that's like detail oriented or more difficult, always let Drew know that they need special attention, and he's very personable. And that lady, he was really personable with that lady. I really appreciate you getting it done.
Okay. All right. So we're going to totally do girl, boy, girl, boy. All right. So we have a really fun segment coming up. Now, who was here last week for team meeting? Raise your hand. Okay. What did we do in the last part of team meeting last week? One more time? We did get a lot of blitz points last week, so we're going to get Michael New ready again. But what else did we do at the end? How did we earn those blitz points? Exactly. Good listings, bad listings. Yes, some may say we roasted some listings, but you know what? They were not ours, and I'm sorry, but they deserved it. So now, instead of that, we're going to pivot right now, right? Because we've talked about this earlier. We're feeling a little bit more of the days on market. We're feeling a little bit more of that kind of like push-pull that's happening. Buyers are slowing down. They're waiting for information. And so what's happening is, across the board, we're seeing that listings are staying on the market a little bit later. Okay, Stephen, I'm going to ask you to pull Michael Crute in because he is going to be joining us. And so as a result, what we wanted to do, folks, is actually give you the opportunity of learning from our agents that have listings on the market right now. So we're going to be hearing from a couple folks and or their representatives about a listing that they have on the market. And what they're going to do is they're going to come up and y'all, they are going to pitch that listing. And they're going to tell you why your buyers should buy that listing and what is so amazing about it. And our coaches, right, because in football we have lots of coaches, right? We typically have what is there? Defensive, offensive. Thank you, Michael New, for this. We got a quarterback coach, right? We've got our sideline. What's that? Raphael, you are my expert. What are the coaches on the sidelines? Offensive. See, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. I just go offense and defense. We're good, right? That's exactly it. So in front of you are our, and we're going to give them a lot of love and a lot of noise, our Hail Mary Blitz Tournament of Champions coaches. Yay! So let us give a big round of applause for Angie, the Price is Right Poncel. We have Emmett, the Enforcer Carr. Deanna, Declutter Cool. And Michael, Magic Man Croot. And we're going to change that crew to Croot because we love you. Okay, folks, now, I apologize for that. We're going to change that to Croot. Right, Stephen? Thank you so much. Okay, so in a minute, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our first agent who has volunteered to come up and sell us their listing. And our incredible coaches over here are going to help them understand what is it that maybe they could be doing differently or better creatively to help them sell the listing. So are we hearing that today's a really positive conversation? Yes. And then if we've got time, we're going to open it up to the audience, okay? But what I want to make sure is I want you to be listening and hearing, taking notes, because if you've got a listing coming up, if you've got a listing that's not selling, this is a huge opportunity for you. Are you with me? Okay, so first of all, we're going to be bringing down Stephen Wright. Stephen, please come on down. I think somebody is on my screen up here. Okay, so the first listing, and y'all, just so you know, what our coaches are holding in front of them is the information about this listing and some photos to take a look at. So I'm going to give you a brief tour of this listing, and I mean brief, and then we're going to open it up to Stephen to make his pitch. Actually, Stephen, why don't you open it up while I go through the photos?
Sure, yeah. So for those that don't know, my wife and mother-in-law are a team in this office, the Right Clean Scales team. So shout out to Molly and Jeannie. So give them a shout out. They are on Zoom today, so I am the representative on their behalf to represent this property. They've had this listed for a little while. It went to market right before school hit, so school's back in session. I'm going to my cheat sheet for a little bit. So it's 4077 Hickory Fairway Drive in Woodstock, Georgia. It's in a great neighborhood, Bradshaw Farms, if y'all are familiar with that. It's a golf course community. Really pretty neighborhood. It's this property. It's a 7-bed, 5-bath. It is fully renovated. It's a primary bedroom on the main level. Backs up to the golf course. It's fully fenced in with a really nice backyard, beautiful backyard. There's trees in front of the golf course, so there's an aspect of it. It helps as a little bit of a ball barrier, so you're not having extra damage you have to fix up. So, but yeah, so this is 4077 Hickory Fairway Drive, Woodstock, Georgia, and then it's currently listed at $800,039.9.
Stephen, you might have a career in real estate. That was actually really good. I'm really impressed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been taking notes.
Yeah, Molly and Jeannie, good job. You trained him well. That was amazing. Okay, so anything else that we should know about this home, Stephen?
So I guess as far as downsides to note, obviously I mentioned that it was listed right before school hit. This is a pretty big, I'd say, family home, so I think that was to their detriment to a degree. They've heard feedback as far as it's synthetic stucco, so there's aspects that those that have toured it and have been interested have been a little bit reluctant because it's synthetic stucco.
And our coaches might have some feedback for you on the stucco, Stephen.
Okay, and then the other piece was people have noted there's no steps from the porch or the deck to the back, to the backyard. So okay. These are things that they're taking into note because they've already reduced the price. It originally started at $850. They've reduced it down. They're trying to avoid another price reduction if at all possible. So they're thinking of finding ways that they can, kind of alleviate some of these pain points. Because at the end of the day, it really is a beautiful home. It's in Woodstock, Georgia. It's Bradshaw Farms is the community.
Okay.
That.
0.6. Forgive
So
me, I'm going to
decent,
take this
yep.
from you.
Yep, please
Because
do.
we are going to pivot, right? Just because we only got so much time, and I want to hear from our coaches. So feel free to jump in. Anybody, what do you have for Stephen, for Molly?
So,
Okay, so-
wait, I want to go first. So I
Listen, I got my ref's jersey, okay? If I need to jump in here.
What? Okay, so just one
Okay,
thing.
Deanna, declutter cool.
Okay, so one thing. Really, just one thing? Because it'll sound so much smarter if I do like a few. Okay, all right. Okay. So the first thing that I noticed was that it is okay. Originally, it was priced at $850, so it was. It's $100,000. If it was at $850, it was $100,000 more than the other highest one that was active right now. So the highest active right now is $750, and then yours is $850, now $839, and then the next one is at $699, and the next one's at $650. Granted, they're a little bit smaller, and they have a bedroom or so less, but I think that people do look at that with those being the price.
Okay, so
on
that's
the
a good
market.
call out on comparable sales. Yeah, that's a great.
I won't say anything else.
Well, active.
Active listings.
So
just
what
right
they're
now.
competing against,
Yes.
I should say. Yeah, love that. Yes, very, very different. Actives versus comps. You're right. Okay, who's next?
So the first thing I noticed when I went through this is you almost commoditize this listing, and it's in an upper price point. So you really want to sell the lifestyle. It's a golf course community. There's certain attributes. There's a certain buyer that you're looking for in that. And when you do your open house stuff, you probably want to do something or coordinate it where, hey, we're doing a long drive competition, and you bring out people that actually want to be in a golf course community and get them inside of it.
Love that.
Okay, I was going to talk about the synthetic stucco. I would have it, what do you call it, inspected. And then you could also get a quote for what it costs to remove it and change it out, because I've seen that happen. Just because buyers are sitting there going, if I hate synthetic stucco, it's in their head a lot of money, and it may not be as much as they're thinking for a project down the road.
You can also get a bond on it as well. Get it
Ooh, grab that
certified
mic.
and bonded. You can get the stucco certified, bonded, and insured, so that it's kind of worry-free for the buyers, because it does look good. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, synthetic stucco is fine if it's if it's kept up well and it's well maintained and installed properly. At the end of the day, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just not it's not foresight brick, but still it's.
It's just now we're at the buyer's mercy here. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say on the heels of that, buyers are just more cautious because they're looking at dollars and cents, especially when we're talking about affordability. So for them, it's like, hey, what is the potential that there is damage to this? Or it's always worst case scenario, right? So I was going to say on the heels of what Emmett said, additionally is because it is, they're from at least the listing description, there's two pools, a playground, tennis and pickleball courts, golf course, volleyball, all of these different amenities. So I would also say, especially because we're going into fall, when you do your open houses, how do you bring the entire community aspect into that open house as well, so that, again, from a lifestyle perspective, they're getting to actually engage with the entire neighborhood and the community. And then also on the heels of that, in terms of buyers, this is a very large home. You've got 2 bedrooms, a full bath, entertainment room, kitchenette, full laundry, all on the terrace level. So I'm also thinking, how are you guys targeting your multi-generational families that want to maybe all live within the same home? Because you're out there in Cherokee County, you don't have tremendous proximity to in town, right? But what are the things that maybe would appeal to a multi-generational family that's in a really good school district?
Love that. That's great feedback. I hadn't even thought about that. Y'all, I saw a listing in the last few months actually, and they had a paddle court at the home, and they actually invited everyone to come and play, and that was their caravan during the week. So they actually invited the agents to come and take part in the lifestyle, not just the clients, so that the agents could go talk about how great the lifestyle of the house is. Does that make sense? That's great. Anything y'all want to add?
The only thing I would add is we had a listing that we listed similar to this one year when everybody was out of town, and a lot of people missed it. and 2 weeks later it was still on the market and we were freaking out. We ended up getting a couple of offers, but we had a lot of people later go, I never even saw it. So maybe pulling it off and putting it back on just to give it a boost. Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. Angie, at what point, right, would you say, okay, it's time? So it's 55 days on market. So if it were you, Angie, at what point would you say, okay, it's time to pull it and give it a refresh on the market?
Well, I looked at the comps, and I mean, there's houses that are smaller, but they're all brick. I mean, this one is staged really nicely compared to the other one that went under contract.
Ladies, the
and
photos are
sold
beautiful.
for more than this. So I would say there may be a good chance that a lot of people have missed it. I'd pull it off and put it back on.
Love that
as a
idea.
new listing, maybe with the bond for the stucco.
Love that. We're going to take 2 pieces of feedback from the crowd, and we're going to go to Cheryl, and then we're going to go to Cy. Michael, we're getting blitz points from Cheryl and Cy.
Emmett actually needed the microphone because of my questions for you. Who does the bonding with stucco?
I've got your information. I'll text it over to you. I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you Google it, stucco inspections and warranties, I just had to do it for a buyer. Matter of fact, the one in that community that I think you and I were talking about down in what's the name of it? Anyway, drawing a blank. I'm getting old. Yeah, but yeah, I actually do it for most of my buyers because I don't want the drama afterwards, and so I walk them through getting that done. Oh, before I forget, one other thing: do a heat map search and see who's relocating in town, and then do Google or Facebook marketing to them in that specific area as they reload, because they're used to paying higher price points for those bigger, and they love those bigger homes. So that,
How do you do that heat search?
So you can, there's a couple of different sites out there. If you, God, what is it? Altos. Altos will let you see who's, do a profile on different buyer pools. That's actually the first thing I said for all of these is, what's the avatar for each of these homes? Are we speaking their language in our marketing and advertising? And does a visual, the photos apply to that particular buying pool? So it's really drilling down to the best buyer pool for the particular property, because who's gonna pay the most for the property? The buyer that's most intrigued and emotionally attached to it, so.
I love that. Coaches, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Stephen, Molly, and Jeannie. We appreciate it. There we go, one of those. I love it. Oh, yes, and now Cy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, I had some feedback.
Yes, please, share your feedback.
I was going to say that I actually had a client, same kind of style house, the synthetic stucco ceiling, the guys out of Duluth, is $11,000. So if you go off the market and you do that ceiling, I would increase my price, because that's like a major thing with synthetic stucco. Another thing is with luxury listings, okay, hear me out. Okay, so, and I tell all my clients the same thing. Okay, so when you're dealing with the house, you have every picture known to man up there. It's equivalent to like a stripper. Like, she's just throwing it on out there, okay? Like,
we went there, folks.
When you when you advertise something, you want to be more like a burlesque. You know, give me a little shoulder, give me a little, you know, you want them to come to the house, come here, you know what I'm saying? So for 70, because you had like 73 pictures, right? So I wouldn't do more than 50. Laundry rooms, no, unless it's like high-tech smart. Like if it's something that says, okay, I have to get out there, show it. Like freaking garages, no. Closets, no. None of that stuff, no. Just come here, you know, the burlesque.
We're going to leave a little to the imagination. That is what I am taking from this.
So that's what I would do. and then also you have to cheat a little bit. Like I know y'all were getting to this as far as the days on market, but like when that bad boy hits 30 days, people are looking for a discount. So I play with them. I take it off the market. And then we'll say, yeah, we're doing something. Don't call my seller. But we're doing something. But if you think about it psychologically, when it expires, they see it. And why are you calling my seller anyway saying I can't sell it? Because my pictures got you in there, didn't it? That's why you called my seller, didn't it? So then they're seeing it when it expires. And then when you reintroduce it back to the market, change the front picture up so they think it's something different. And they're gonna see it again. So there's multiple eyes on that listing.
All right, thank you so much. Come on, it's actually, y'all, I appreciate that. Stephen, thank you so much. Now, y'all, we also know that sometimes we can give the feedback, but we also need a helping hand because when it comes to our listing, sometimes it's hard, right?
Yes.
Now, Sai, you actually have a listing that we're going to be looking at.
But I'm going to tell y'all about this listing because I know you're going to beat me up, and I'm ready for the challenge. Okay.
So we've got a quick minute for you to describe it and sell it to the room and to our coaches.
Okay, so don't say anything about this picture. This is the second picture that's up there. The reason that it's up there is because when you look at the line of pictures, this one stands out. The second thing is after I changed that photo, I got 669 views. So I know it's working. It's just the area, the interest rates, and we're doing everything under the sun. My target market, I'm glad you showed this. It looks better on Georgia MLS. So as you can see, it's like freaking cluttered. Okay, I told this lady from the beginning, and I was trying to scare her a little bit. So I was like, you want to declutter because people are going to want your furniture. And she's like, what? People are going to want my furniture? Well, everybody that comes in, they're like, oh, can I have this? Can I have this? So I'm like going back to what I said. Yeah, people want your furniture.
Okay, so give us some features of the house because our coaches want to give you their feedback.
So the features of the house, but the reason I had to do it like this is because I wanted you to see the house with no furniture because it's cluttered. Features of the house: ranch, brick, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 4,208 square feet, storage galore, manicure, professionally done, landscape, shed. Another good thing. So I don't know if you guys know about like the data when people like do houses, but a lot of people like to piggyback off Starbucks and Chick-fil-A's data. Well, this house is a mile away from Chick-fil-A as well as Starbucks. Okay, the house is actually worth $505,000, but we've had to lower the price just because we're trying to get more people in there, and then we're competing with Open Door down the street. And they keep lowering their price every time they see our price to make us look overpriced.
Okay, so let's bring it over to our coaches.
All
I'm going
right.
to take that from you. Awesome. Who wants to jump in first? And thank you, Sai.
Hi, honey. How are you? Good.
She's basically like, get ready, it's coming.
Yeah, I love your shirt, and I love it. I love the energy. Okay, I have a question. So I see that you do have it with, the regular furniture that's in it, and then you have it empty. Is it empty right now, or did you do virtual staging emptiness thing?
No, with this one, because I knew you couldn't see past the old lady furniture, I had to go back and edit it in a way where I could remove all of that furniture.
So you edited.
Yes.
Okay.
But what's happening, she's moving today.
Mm-hmm.
So the house is going to be completely empty. Now I'm going to have to go back and virtual stage.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
I'm
that
gonna
would
do it
be.
with a younger,
So I
fresher
would.
vibe, too.
Me personally, I don't know about anyone else, but me personally, and I've called the FMLS just to make sure on what you can and can't do. But I had a house that was empty, and so I virtual staged it. I don't put the empty pictures. I always just put the virtual staged pictures, and I put on the bottom that it's virtually staged. And then I would never. Not that she has lovely furniture. But there's a lot of stuff in there. So I probably wouldn't. I probably would have went with just virtual staging and yeah.
Awesome.
I
Okay.
just didn't want them to come in there and see the furniture and say, "Is this the right house?"
Yeah. Even taking like the grandma. I think you still have the curtains. I would have taken off the grandma curtains too.
Okay, that's helpful. Okay, coaches, what else would we do? How else can we help Sai here?
Oh, I'm going to ask you a question. You said it was worth $505. Did you get an offer for $505?
No.
So it's not worth $505. I'm just saying.
Nothing but the truth.
It's
from
worth
Angie
what
Price and Wright
somebody's
Bonsell.
willing to pay for it. No one's offered to pay that, have they? Okay, so let that go. Let that go.
So I have another thing. I'm a hardcore believer in the 25s, so I always price my home at 400, 425, 450, 475, or 500. And I see that you originally priced it at 475, so you lost everybody that was at 470. You originally priced it at 470.
485.
Am I on the right one? Oh, okay. Well, this one says 470, so we're going to go with 470 for this example. So at 475, $5,000 increasing the price, you could have gotten a whole other market of people looking 475 and higher, and then you priced it again. Then you priced it at 455 instead of 450, because now you missed everybody 450 and below.
We thought about that. She wanted 455. She actually wants to take it up to 460. So we've been fighting it out about it.
Gotcha.
I will say, what did you say your competition was?
Open Door.
So I would really focus on the fact that this isn't Open Door, that, you know, you've got the new HVAC, because I feel like sometimes with Open Door, you get some surprises or it's not as well taken care of.
Exactly.
So I would really focus on that.
That's a great strategy, Angie.
So also piggybacking off of that, with you saying that most of your competition is Open Door, I know that Lindy's team does this, but essentially I would put a sign writer out there that says open house every day, where they can call you, and essentially, because those people are people who are going through the neighborhood looking at open door houses anyway, also having that convenience factor of being able to pop in and see a property like that might also get you some more interest. I would say the thing that is sticking out to me, and this is just because of it's something that my buyers constantly harp on, is the carpet. I don't know if that's a thing for everybody, but if it was between the paint or the carpet, I would do the flooring, because my buyers are fine and they're comfortable with the project if the project is, I'm painting a wall. But doing flooring, that one is a little bit of a stretch for them as a buyer, so I would probably look at that too from that aspect as well. Mm-hmm. Because you've got, I mean, it's a nice neutral paint color, and they're going to end up painting different rooms, whatever they want anyway. But flooring is a little bit more of a headache, and that would just, yeah.
Interesting. Any last pieces of advice? We've got one last listing we're going to look at. Oh, so glad that was helpful. Any last pieces of advice from our sideline coaches? Okay, y'all, let's give it up for Cy, and then we're going to go over to Bridget. Love that. You just got voluntold?
Oh, my mom's in the flooring business. If anybody needs a flooring contact.
Oh, after team meeting, please come find Shelly Woody, also a member of our ALC and a top producer. Okay, thank you. Love that. Okay, our next and final listing that we're going to look at, let's bring up the lovely Stephanie DeJarnay. Stephanie, come on down. All right, so this is the last listing that we're going to look at. Now, I'm going to give you all just a quick heads up on this one. Hold on, give me just a moment. Now, what you're looking at, oh, there we go, thank you. What you're looking at is a listing that is currently withdrawn and is coming back on the market. And so I'm going to let Stephanie go ahead and sell it to y'all. And then, coaches, I want you to just jump right on in because we're coming on at the end of time. All right, Stephanie, sell it to us, please.
Okay, it's 5023 Rockbridge Road in Stone Mountain. It is a ranch-style cedar home. It's been very well taken care of. The guy that lived there 37 years. It's renovated. It's updated. It's got an all-new kitchen, cabinets, quartz countertops, hardwood floors throughout except for the bedrooms, and the master bathroom has been updated. It's really cute. Let's see. It has 2 big decks on the back. It's a half-acre lot, fully fenced, very private, no HOA. We were at 325. I just was 60-some days on the market. We had an offer that fell through, but now we're coming back tomorrow live at 320. That's kind of the game plan. And freshly painted inside and out. All new light fixtures, all new ceiling fans. It's really cute. It has a separate room that has a fireplace in it that could be a work-at-home flex space. And then it also has a laundry room off the kitchen, a separate room, so not in the garage. And it has a 2-car garage.
Okay, so let's hear it from our coaches. So 5023 Rockbridge Road. Coaches, jump on in.
And this is virtually staged, and I'm not a coach.
Go to the exterior for
Yeah.
me. I feel
You want front exterior, back exterior?
front exterior.
This is front.
Okay. This is a really hard picture to see, and if it was the first picture that I saw, again, I know that you put the first picture as the inside, which is a great job. But going through, if I went through all of these photos and then came to this as the last one, my immediate thought is, oh, I don't want to live in a cabin. It would be my first thought as a buyer.
It is
So
a little cabin vibes.
so
Yep.
yeah. So I would say if there's I would say the biggest thing would be how do we make it either not make it look like a cabin, or how do we really like align with somebody who like this is their vibe.
So like lean into it.
Either
or
lean into it and feature it if you can't hide it, or we need to adjust it so that it appeals to more people. Because all of the things that you just said, as you were saying it, I was like, oh, this is an easy sell for a first-time home buyer. It's meticulously maintained, 37-year owner, hardwood floors throughout, updated kitchens. So this is what I actually think is probably the sticking point for a lot of buyers, is they see all that and then get to the exterior and it's like, oh, well, it doesn't look cute. Or it doesn't look, especially for first-time home buyers.
All
All right,
right,
let's
so
hear
let
from
me
our
ask
coaches.
you, who do you think is your best buyer for this house?
First-time home buyers, and it's only 6 miles from downtown Decatur, so I feel like it's either a single guy or a young married couple with no kids.
What about an investor to rent it? No?
I think that, how could they make any money? That's kind of, yeah, at
The price
$320.
would make it hard.
Yeah, the price would make it hard. I don't know what.
Based on the rental rates?
Yes.
Okay. What else? What other things could she do if the suggestion is to lean in and or to get creative about this? Thoughts on this?
Have you looked at the description online? Like if you went to a website and you looked at the description.
It's way too long, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it's
need to
overwhelming.
delete-
It's
yeah, I
big
need to
time
delete that.
overwhelming.
The guy was
Like I
really
glazed
excited
over.
about all this stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so I would definitely get the key points in there and shorten it because it's really overwhelming.
Y'all, this is love and respect.
Yeah. And then all of your big features that would appeal to the first-time home buyer, they're all at the bottom. So I would move.
The location?
Yep, located near historic Stone Mountain Village, minutes from shopping, breweries, dining, travel, biking trails, all of the things that, again, lifestyle-wise, that a first-time home buyer might like, they're all the way at the bottom. So if I didn't get past the first, 4 or 5 sentences, I didn't see that, oh, I'm right around the corner from a lot of these things that I would enjoy.
Love that. Any final thoughts for the lovely Stephanie? Okay, Stephanie, was that helpful?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Stephanie. Keep that work, right? Awesome. We're going to have our final thoughts from Cheryl.
So for Stephanie's listing, my client who is now in the contract, we actually considered that house, and it was exactly what Michael said. Got to the last photo and saw the cedar, and that took him right out. So I don't know if you can paint cedar, but did you paint cedar? And I don't know how much money your client has, but I think if you change
Stain
the
it,
facade,
maybe.
because being off Rockbridge didn't bother him. It was the exterior of the house.
So do me a favor, Cheryl, I would love for you and Stephanie to partner for just a few minutes here because we're going to wrap up and just have that conversation so that you can better understand and take the feedback and take that information because now you've got something to be able to bring back to your seller. Does that make sense? And when you change that description, Steph, then they're not going to get mad that you took out all the things that they really wanted you to say. You're just focusing on the most important things first. Does that make sense? Because now you've just gotten feedback from how many people in a room, right? So you've done your due diligence. This was like the best caravan you could have had and they didn't even have to go to the house. Fair? Okay, I love that. Y'all, did we learn something today in this? Yes? Do me a favor, shout out some ahas that you've had. I want to hear from you. What did you learn today? Just shout them on out. Trey.
Idea of the coaches speaking on listings. I think that was extremely helpful, and several of their points were really helpful to me. Like I love what Michael said about an everyday open house. I'm gonna do that for my new listing.
Can we just agree that we are stronger together here at First Atlanta? Yeah? I want to take a minute to just thank you all for kind of leaning into this. What you're hearing is we can talk about listings and how many listings and all the things. Listen, Business Planning Clinic is coming up next month, but sometimes it's the in the trenches real work that we do together that helps us get our listings sold and be better agents. So I also want to say thank you because you made this a really safe, positive space for our vulnerable agents to come and share their listings. And let's give one more round of applause for our coaches. We really appreciate you. Is this something that you would like to do again? Yes. More time on this? We could totally do that. Raph, did you have something? Altos. For the heat? Yep, Altos. And do me a favor, partner after team meeting. I'm going to put you all together. Or if you want to put it in mission control.
Yeah, I can put it there. And any one of the moving companies as well has a really good, like North American has a really good map on there. It'll tell you exactly who. On North American, it'll tell you actually where they're relocating from, what their profession was or is, and things like that. So you can actually start targeting that. So.
Coming. All right, amazing. Deanna, what were you telling us about the command feature?
I'm pretty sure that Command does that, actually. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just limited.
It might be.
So what I can tell you, and the reason why I didn't know if it was out just yet, it was about 6 weeks ago. I was in Austin. This was prior to Mega Camp. And Chris Cox, who's the Chief Technology Officer of our company, had actually told us that they were working on this feature.
Yeah, I think they might be doing that. But
So they
it
might be doing a
definitely
beta and then
a
bringing it out bigger, because that is a feature that they're working on to give y'all as agents and aggregate that data for you.
What's in there? But
It is. I just don't. It might not give a ton of information, but it'll tell you
More
that,
to come.
that a lot of people from California are moving to Georgia. And
Yep.
Yeah. And where in California are they? You know, if it's San Diego and they're moving to Atlanta.
Right. Oh, I love that. All right. Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining. Happy team meeting day. We will see you next week for a team meeting. Join Emmett and I tomorrow. We've got back-to-back classes for you. You do not want to miss it. And everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see y'all. Bye.